This is the second episode in our multi-part series documenting our road trip around Tasmania with Mum and Dad. In the last episode, we took in the best view in Tasmania, had an amazing Aussie pub meal, and learned all about Australia's dark past at Port Arthur. This episode, we take a delicious road trip around Bruny Island, south of Hobart, and we meet some of the island locals. We decided to get straight off the beaten track to check out a piece of Bruny Island history. This quarantine station is about 30 minutes from the ferry terminal, and it's a really interesting window into Tasmania's wartime history.
Smallpox, not chickenpox. They had a few cases of smallpox and quarantined any passenger vessels coming into Tasmania here. And then after that sort of passed, this was a World War I quarantine facility. So there's about 15,000 Tasmanians went off to World War I, which is a disproportionately high number given the population of about 200,000 at the time. It's quite a big contribution to the First World War effort from Tassie.
Right.
And then about 9,000 of those returned troops or servicemen were stationed here for 1 week's quarantine before they were allowed to go back to the rest of Tasmania.
Make sure they picked up no diseases overseas.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. So, and they also did things like delousing. That was a big part, any kind of parasites on the skin.
Cheese is one of Bruny Island's specialties, and I couldn't wait to grab one of the Bruny Island Cheese Company's tasting boxes. Next, we're off to check out one of the most iconic spots on Bruny Island. And you can't miss it if you're heading south. The Neck is a narrow strip of land separating North and South Bruny, and it's also home to one of the cutest little penguins you ever did see. The best time to see penguins is just after dusk when they head out of their hillside burrows to go hunting for the night. These steps not only take you to some amazing views, they also lead to a memorial of Truganini, the famous daughter of an island chief, whose people were all but wiped out by early settlers in the 1800s. Her story is a tragic one, but she's remembered for her efforts to unite the tribes and protect her people. Finishing off the cheese, it was time for dessert. And what better place to stop than the Bruny Island Chocolate Company? The award-winning chocolate and famous Bruny Island fudge is made right here on site. quick coffee recharge, it was time to check out another of Bruny Island's most popular spots, the Cape Bruny Lighthouse. This iconic lighthouse has stood watch over the fierce Southern Ocean, guiding ships safely into Hobart since 1838. The walk to the lighthouse from the car park takes about 10 minutes. Bring your coats though, because it's a windy spot with gales directly off the Antarctic, making it pretty chilly here a lot of the year. This heritage-listed lighthouse is Australia's second oldest and longest staffed continuous lighthouse. Designed and built by convicts, the lighthouse was constructed from locally quarried dolerite and was continually manned up until 1993 when the light was automated. Today you can climb the spiral lighthouse stairs while hearing all about this building's colourful past. Tours run every half hour for most of the year, except between late July and late August when the lighthouse is closed for maintenance. Running into our second echidna of the day was a lovely surprise. This is a Tasmanian short-beaked echidna. These busy little diggers can eat up to 40,000 ants and termites a day, and they can move up to 200 cubic metres of soil in a year digging their holes. Considering they can live up to 50 years, that's up to 20,000 tonnes of soil. In the free museum, you can see some of the old radios and other equipment used by the lighthouse keepers over time. Always save the best until last, as they say, so our last stop of the day had to be a little place called Get Shucked, where you can get some of the best oysters in Australia. Glenn, about to try an oyster for the first time. Is this the first time you've ever had one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah? Here we go.
Oh, look at that. Is that a wombat?
You can do it. So brave. Your face is classic.
Oh, really, really good.
Well, these were magnificent oysters. Obviously my favourite are always the classic style oysters, natural, but I really enjoyed the Kilpatrick. Fantastically done here, and not too salty, which is great. The Ponko, not too sure about the Ponko style, with the the batter and the whatever else was with it. Yeah, not a big fan of those. I think it made the oysters seem a little bit slimy, but yeah, the others were amazing. Highly recommend it. Next episode, we explore more of Hobart with a visit to the famous Salamanca markets. Then we join our good friend Nick for an adventure around the Mona Museum, arguably the most eclectic and eccentric collection of art and curiosities in Australia. And then we head out of Hobart to the picture postcard historic town of Richmond, where we take a magical journey back in time. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like this video and you want to be notified when new episodes in this Tassie series are posted, you know what you have to do.